maybe that it's been long enough that it... Okay, well, now YouTube's just not working at all. All right, well, maybe the YouTube side is just not getting a thumbnail today. Durs, how you doing today? All right, well, hi. We're playing some more Magic the Gathering. We're just gonna keep playing some more draft. I think this is hopefully gonna not take as long as last time did. Last time was like 2 hours-ish to do, like, just to draft the cards. So hopefully this goes faster. As per usual, if you're here on the YouTube side after the fact, after the video goes live, make sure to hit that that like and subscribe, and yeah, we're just gonna jump right into this. And yeah, we are a PNG tuber today because it's too hot to have all my lights on. I don't know what that means. How much money you spend? Just the $5 on the one thing. I don't remember where it was. Bundles, I think. I don't even know if I'll be able to see it because it was technically a one-time bundle. But it was one of these bundles. I thought. Maybe it was a daily deal. You know he's shirtless, sweating in the dark. Well, I'm not shirtless, but I am sweating. What was it? Was it literally just like a bundle for right then? Because I don't even see the bundle anymore. Interesting. Oh, okay. It was like one of these things, right? And it was only $5. I'm so ready for the OnlyFans posts. Damn, y'all are on something today. Something feral. Okay, so what happens in 15 minutes if I'm playing the quick drafts and the timer runs out? Wait, no, that's 15 hours. So I'm still good. Interesting. I'm on COVID. Do you actually have COVID? That sucks. So last time that we played this, we got to 6 wins. And we got, you know, more money back than we spent, so we actually have kind of made a profit, which is sick. Now we just need to do that every time. I kind of learned some things that are, like, good in this set, but I'd like to try to just do red and white again, because, like, that was what we were already doing. And now I have an extension that shows, like, certain ratings of cards mid-draft. But so we're going to just jump into this. Okay, so I don't think it shows on there. Man, you know, I know that Steve S was saying that he liked this better, but I really don't. And I don't remember how we changed it. Oh, okay, it was that button. Yeah, I just like this better. I feel like this is just too much, like, deck space. Okay. So if I remember right, 4 is, like, definitely something you should take, and 1 is, like, pretty much unplayable. Alright, well, I mean, from these, it looks like there's only one clear choice, and that's a Teysa. Opulent Oligarch. Bro, how do I unlock more cards? You play the game, I guess. At the beginning of your end phase... Oh, she has Death Touch. Beginning of your end phase, investigate for each opponent who lost life this turn. Okay, whenever a clue you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. This ability triggers... Okay, so you get, like, more stuff from... Interesting. What do you mean I don't get free cards from a vault every week? No, GoPro's not broken. GoPro's fine. I just don't really feel like having every light in my apartment on. That's why we're here. Alright, so what did they say about why this is good? Taisa won't always give you free clues, but even just having her in play with other clue cards is a massive payoff. She also brawls well and is the kind of card that wins the game if it sits in play for too long. Okay. But just because this thing also looks good, what is this thing? So this one is flying, and whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Whenever a creature with 2 or less power enters the battlefield under your control. Okay, interesting. And then you can pay stuff. Creatures you control with power 2 or less gain Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. Interesting. I'm just stomping on these bronze kids with mono red. I don't even know what I'm doing. There you go. Okay. Wow, this is a real banger of a pack, huh? So here's the dilemma, right? Is we already know Repulsive Mutation is pretty good because it's just like your opponent has to pay mana in order to not get counterspelled. The problem is that it's a green-blue card, and this thing is a white-black card. So I guess we should be trying to look for white and blacks, but our white and black cards are all kind of abysmal as to where, like, our red cards here. Actually, this thing is actually pretty good. These are all solid and help splashes nicely. I've avoided playing off-color ones, though, since a Surveil one isn't worth your land being tapped. I mean, I could also pick this thing, which is flying, disguise. Okay. When Mistway Spy is turned face up until the end of turn, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, investigate. Okay. Interesting. Oh, and now it tells me, like, how many I have in my actual collection. I don't know if that's, like, a quirk of the, if that's a quirk of this, I think it has to be. Yeah, because I'm not seeing that same thing pop up on screen, so. But I don't really want to have, display capture on, so. So it's either between the land or this thing, which does have, like, some kind of synergy with our, Taisa. I'm pretty sure this is whenever a clue you control is put into the graveyard, so it includes the ones that this makes. Mistway Spy is an aggressive 1-drop, a decent disguise play, and could lead to multiple clues since it triggers for each creature that hits. Do you know if I declare an attack and if they don't block, if I use a buff, do they have the option to block? I don't think they have the option to block once they've declared no blockers, but they do have the option to retaliate with spells. So, it's between these two cards. You know what, let's go for the synergy, and also, well, I'm already in white-black. Maybe this thing's actually better. I don't, like, necessarily have to stay white-black. I can, like, do other stuff, but why is this thing a 1 and a 3? Oh my god. It has no value. Sacrifice, destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for basic land, put onto the battlefield, and shuffle. Interesting. Okay. Vigilance. Add red breed. But it's only to cast face down spells or to turn creatures face up. Interesting. Tin Street Gossip gives you a good set of stats with 2 useful abilities, which is a win in my book. Vigilance makes it play very smoothly as you get to bash for 4, then keep adding to the board. Yeah, that does sound really good. But this thing also is like not bad either and is within our colors. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1. Wait. Creature you control with 2 or less gain death touch and life. Why do I feel like I just read this? This does seem like really good though. But it's not in anything that we're doing right now. Unless I wanted to take this and pivot to red-green. It wouldn't be a bad idea, I don't think. Sure. Let's, despite my better judgment, let's go for this. And if we don't see any other good green cards, then we're not going to bother. Shock deals 2 damage to any target. That does seem really good. Isn't as sick as it could be. There's a ton of 2/2s in this set have Ward 2, but it's an effect. Damn, so you don't even need to pre-commit buffs in this game? That's wild. Yeah, no, not for the most part, unless it's a sorcery. I did really like Dog Tamer. I like this one more than most of the hybrids, though it's still in the same power level range. The Dog Walker gets a trade up nicely and leaves behind a solid pack of hounds for your team. Yeah, we're going to take this. And I guess we're going to go more for the red-green stuff, which makes me wish I had taken that other spell earlier. But I digress. Double Strike, Trample, and then also Disguise. Deals both first strike and regular combat damage. That seems really good with Trample. Let's see. All right, well, here's... Although, you know, the other thing is I was saying that I was kind of sad I didn't take this, but now that I'm looking at it, it is green-blue. Cornered Crook. When Cornered Crook enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice an artifact. When you do, Cornered Crook deals 3 damage to any target. Okay. So I could do that with my Investigate stuff if I had any. I don't think I have any, though. Like, just this one thing, but I can't play it. It is hard to make sure this has ammunition to throw. At which point you get a great beater and get to kill one of their creatures or even finish them off. That's a great place to be, and I like it as a curve drop. Okay, yeah. Let's go for this thing. While there are still good cards to pick, let's just keep picking the good cards. I mean, I could go for this thing, because it does need red-green, which most of our stuff has been. Tiger gives a +3/+3 and gains Trample. Trample's always nice on this style of card, and Fanatical Strength is a pretty good combat trick. You can either win combat and push some extra damage, or set up a big turn where you give a giant monster Trample to finish off the game. And then, speaking of giant monsters, like, for example, this monster, the Hellion is a lot of stats and even has reach for good measure. This is how RG looks to win red-green looks to win long games, though it's fine to trade it off early if the situation warrants. All right. We're gonna pick this thing. We're gonna pick another one, I guess. If Shady Informant dies, it deals 2 damage to any target. I mean, I could do this because of the green, or the red requirement. Search your library for a basic land card, put it on top of the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle, investigate. Would you rather play a face-down creature and turn it face-up on turn 5, or would you rather cast a they went this way on turn 3 and play a 6-drop on turn 5? The answer is unclear to me, and that makes me uncertain if this is if MKM is going to be a good format for mana ramping. That said, this card is certainly decent as you get to jump ahead on mana and then recoup your investment later once you've played out your... Okay. I'm going to pick this over this thing, I think. All this kind of sucks, so we're just going to pick the thing that's in our color. Sure. Okay. The Pride of Hull Clod. I mean, it's currently the only... Why is this thing not even rated? Oh, they just didn't review this card? Interesting. Oh my god, this has a block of text. Alright, what does it do? Okay, so... The 11 mana. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total toughness of creatures you control. Interesting. Defender. Defender is a creature with defend can't attack. Okay. Until end of turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0. Gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw cards equal to its toughness, and can attack as though it didn't have defender. But this requires blue energy, which I don't have. So if I take this, it's literally just a 11 mana 2/15 that can't attack. Very realistic to cast on 5 mana or potentially even less. I'm willing to do that even in some mono green decks, as most opponents will just never get through 15 toughness on the ground. That said, the full power comes when you also activate his ability for blue mana. Just by being on the battlefield, Pride slows the game down, and in a long game, the threat of reactivating that ability whenever it serves you offers a huge advantage. Ironically, you'll need to think twice before attacking with it itself, as you're pretty likely to deck yourself out by drawing 15 extra cards in a long, limited game. I guess that's fair. I didn't quite think of the logistics of that. But I think I have better options. Like, what is this thing? So this adds green or white. This is a corner crook enters battlefield and may sacrifice... Oh, right, another one of these. Didn't I have one of these already? Yeah. And what is this? This is... How many of our 5-drops are, like, definitely 5-drops? One, two, three. That's a 6. This is a 6. This is a 7. Okay, so what are you? Right. I've read that one just now. Whenever an opponent sacrifices an artifact, Vigilance deals 2 damage to them. So if I'm playing against someone who does a lot of investigates, that's not bad. I do kind of want this, just because it is a 15 power wall. I don't know in this format how you really get over. And a lot of our stuff does have a lot of toughness. It's just a matter of, like, getting it on the board. I also don't have any blue. That's kind of a problem, too. Wait, no, I'm going to take this thing. Less because I think I want it in my deck, and more because I think I want it in my collection. It seems like a cool card. Okay. Archdruid's Charm. Choose one. Search your library for a creature or a land card and reveal it. Put it onto the battlefield tapped if it's a land card. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Okay, interesting. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It doesn't deal damage. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Exile a target artifact. Okay, so why is this good playable that basically always makes the cut? The best mode of Druid is the middle one that bites a creature at instant speed. If it targets 2G, it would be a great card, but I doubt it's powerful enough for an 8 forest deck to gamble on the demanding mana cost. Demanding mana cost? Is that really? It's 3 mana, right? However, like the Flourishing Bloomkin, if you can put together a 12 plus forest deck, then you'll be the one drafter at the table who's able to tap into this very solid card. I don't understand why are they making it sound like this thing costs a lot of mana? It costs 3, right? Is that a lot? Put a 1/1 target counter on target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Blue. Scene of the crime enters battlefield tapped. You can tap it, you can add mana. Tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Sacrifice scene of the crime, draw a card. Okay, interesting. Nervous Gardener is turned face up. Search your library for a land card with a... For a land card with a basic land type, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Okay. And that's not a hard one to do. I think I like that over the Archdruid. I don't know. I mean, as much as I love ramp, I do need spells that do stuff. So maybe this is actually just better. What am I in? I'm in red and green. I mean, these are all stinkers. All of these suck except for this card. You may choose not to untap Hedge Whisper during your untap step. Interesting. Collect 4 evidence. Target land you control becomes a 5/5 green plant boar creature. With haste for as long as Hedge remains tapped. It's still a land. Activate only as a sorcery. Interesting. When Riverbelt Maverick enters the battlefield, surveil 2, exile Maverick from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Doesn't stand alone particularly well, so I would toss it in any old deck. However, if you're really going for the self-mill and collect evidence stuff, this is exactly what you want. You can either cast it early to fill your graveyard and grease the gears, or you can discard or mill it for free value and an easy way to trigger the creature's interesting. Is Adventurer bundle worth or not? I don't know what that means. I don't know if anything's worth in this game because I haven't played it enough. I would not take my advice on any of it. I'm just gonna take this one. Which bundle did you pay for? I don't remember. Alright, we're gonna take another shock. Okay, at least I know shock is a good card. Cease. Best use of this is in evidence decks, as it once again puts itself in the graveyard easily and counts for a large number. Past that, it's not that exciting, though you will cast a Descent occasionally. Galvanize deals 3 damage to target creature. If you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, Galvanize deals 5 damage to that creature instead. I do like Galvanize, I just don't know if I have any way to utilize it. I don't know if I have any way to draw more cards. But even 2 mana deal 3 is pretty good. Alright, so Breakout isn't very good. At the beginning of your end step, if a face-down creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, put a 1 counter on this, and I can also tap him to add mana. I kind of like that. Let's see what the curve looks like. So we have 1 cost, I think. So we're really still, like, kind of low on the low-end stuff. Which probably means I need to take Goblin Massmaker. Mill 3 cards, investigate. Okay. Well, I can't really take that. This guy is, when Vengeful Creeper is face down, is turned face up. Destroy target artifact or enhancement your opponent controls. Okay. Silver 4, just like that. Nice. Nice, dude. When Airtight Alibi enters battlefield, untap enhanced creature. It gains hexproof until end of turn. If it's suspected, it's no longer suspected. Enhanced creature gets +2/+2 and can't become suspect. Interesting. I kind of like having the instant combat trick, though. There's too many keywords, dude. There are a lot of keywords. That is a thing in this game. I don't want to take any of them. Is there a mod that changes everything to LOR terms? No. I know the basic stuff like flight is elusive, trample is overwhelm. Yeah. I mean, if you know that, then that's everything. I don't think there's any more keywords past those. Truthfully. Well, I mean, this looks like a cool card. But I think the only actual cards that I can take are these things. You know what? This is kind of like ramp. I mean, kind of. We're gonna go for this thing. Reckless Detective. When it attacks, you may sacrifice an artifact or discard a card. You do draw a card, and this gets +2 until end of turn. That does seem really good, actually. Private Eye? Oh, that's funny. Alright, let's look at the curve. So we definitely need to get some 3 and 4 drops in here. Neither of these effects is worth a card, and even getting to choose between them doesn't get there for me. I suppose if you had a bunch of disguised creatures with super expensive costs, maybe there's something there, but then narrowness is the real culprit. Yeah. I guess I don't have to worry about too much. I don't have to worry too much about the 3 drops thing. But I guess I'm taking more of this, even though I don't really want to, but it does kind of help with the 3 drop problem. But also, like, it really doesn't. I mean, like, this is just a wild effect to just kind of, like, have in the back of your pocket. I mean, I guess there's also the, like, option to just, like, look for cards for a collection. The problem is I don't know what's, like, good and what's not, so... I don't know how to tell rarity on MTG cards to know if, like, something's more rare and I should be taking that. But these all... Well, okay, I think I kind of know. I guess these ones are more rare. They got a little, like, blue sword instead of a little black one here. But I'm still just gonna go with this thing, I think. Offender at large. Shady informant. They're all kind of garbo. Unless something's, like, exceedingly rare. I don't know if I should just be, like... What did I say I need? I needed, like, definitely 3 and 4 costs, which this doesn't help me with. And nothing else is a playable card. I guess mana fixing is, like, not that bad at this point. Whenever 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token, then investigate. Interesting. Should I take more fractal or whatever? It does give us 3, and I think our breakdown of, like, spells and Yeah, we're definitely really heavy on creatures, so maybe we just need more spells that are playable. And this only has synergy with one card in the deck, so... If we even choose to put that card in the deck. Alright, now I'm just kind of going off of, like, rarity at this point, because... I don't think... Going... I don't... Like, I mean, other than taking a Goblin Maskmaker... If it's not a card that's playable in my deck... I could take another one of those. But you know what? This thing isn't, like, bad. It is just kind of, like... somewhat tempo. Okay, we're gonna take this thing. And just because this card seems, like, exceedingly bad. Okay, now I kind of like this. Don't need you. Don't need swamp. I don't need island. I don't need plains. I don't need anything that is blue or black. And I don't need you. So what is my breakdown of, like... of colors? I shouldn't have any white or, yeah, it should just be red and green right now. I don't know what that means. But we definitely have more green than blue, so we should... Or, I'm sorry, more green than red. Let's take a look at this. We've got... pretty good selection of 2-drops. All of our 3-drops are coming from, Disguise. We have a 4-drop, and then, like we said, a bunch of these 5 and 6 drops are not that thing. That thing. Okay. What am I looking for? I'm looking for 17, right? Lands. I'm at 13. 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's see. Is there any, like, 1-cost black that I should keep? No. Okay. Now let's see the breakdown again. We have 15 creatures, 8 non-creatures, and 17 lands. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're gonna try this. Because this is a 3-drop. That's a 3-drop. Okay, so this is a 3-drop. So that's a 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5. 5 things that could be used as a 3-drop. I have no idea if this deck is any good. I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Am I okay with this hand? I've got, like, playable units. Oh, I didn't realize that he was a 0-3. We might just, like, straight up not be playing that. I think we're gonna keep this hand. I guess I would like to have this land first. I do like that it updates that number when you do have things on board. We won't bother attacking. Okay. You have shock. Nope. I could just get rid of that thing. But I need 5 mana, and 2 need to be red. Alternatively, I can just go to shock this. Did the camera die again? No, I just don't really want the camera on. How you do today, Goat? Oh, we're so close to just being able to play this thing. I think I just don't attack. Because the pride of Hull Claude, or Hull Clade. I don't have any way to use the other effect, but... I do have enough to bring this thing back up. And play this. Alright, so Red Herring's gonna have to attack. Interesting, with everything? Just with the Red Herring. I don't really want to get... Well, wait. I don't remember. if that card was okay. We're gonna not block this. Because I don't want to get, I'm really not trying to get, got by a combat trick when I'm so close to being able to just play a 2-15. Like, next turn actually looks kind of good for me, if I can do everything. I don't know what opponent could have for me flipping this up. I mean, he has double strike and he has trample. I will say, though, that the 2-15 seems like it'll be quite a problem. I don't think this deck is very good. Like these cards seem worthless. Can I actually just, like, straight up play this? No, I need 7, and I only have 5. And this thing can only work on doing things that are face down. You can flip during combat, by the way, so you can bait blocks and stuff. Gotcha. Did I bother attacking with this? No, because they can just block with that, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to attack with this. I could attack with this. The problem is I don't want to attack into this thing. Like I'm okay with this attacking into it because it has double strike and I have a combat trick. I'm kind of okay with it. But I don't really want this thing just dying. I will kind of need it next turn if I want to play this thing. But Reckless Detective seems worthless. I should probably just get rid of this from the deck, honestly. No blocks? Do they realize it has double attack and is hitting them twice? I genuinely don't know if they know that. The only thing that's good about Reckless Detective is getting this thing out. This is just impenetrable wall. 3 damage to a target creature. If you've drawn 2 or more cards, it deals 5 instead. I can't stop that. Interesting choice. Now, can I do that? That requires 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're going to start attacking with this thing, I think. I guess let's kill this thing first. And I can't kill this because it has Ward 2, right? Weemba, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. It is, in fact, magic. Wait, why did that only do 1 damage? Wait, this thing's power isn't based on its... What? Why did it only do 1 damage to this? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Why did that only take 1 damage? The thing you killed has 5 toughness, so it, like, subtracts my 6 and doesn't just deal 6 to both? Interesting. Hey, look, it's a frantic scapegoat. It's literally scapegoat. Hey, it's me. Literally you. It doesn't do X damage to each thing. It does damage to the first target, then the second. Gotcha. Interesting. I mean, this game isn't going to progress very long. Okay. I feel like I don't really want... I feel like I need cards. Yeah, truthfully, I don't have a very good deck. Truth be told. I mean, I could attack just to get rid of this thing. But... What's the 215 ability do? Well, nothing, because I don't have blue. I literally just took it because it's a beat stick. Or, it's a tank, I guess is the better way to say. What is this symbol? Anyone know what the hourglass symbol underneath each player's name is? Opponent really... I think it's number of ropes you have left. Number of ropes you have left. You only get a set number of ropes? We're doing murder at Karlov draft. Well, it's the only thing that's the quick draft. Because I don't really know how to draft yet, so yeah. We're doing quick draft. And this happens to be the only set that's quick draft, so. I think it's so you can't stall for too long. Well, I get that. I just didn't realize that you only had a set number of them. Huh, interesting. So opponent used up all their... I mean, I think it's technically actually a better card to just do this. So this thing is suspect, so it can't block. I have a lot of mana, but I didn't really draft anything that, like, needs that much mana other than this Hulk Clade, but, like, that doesn't even really need it either. I unfortunately don't know this set well, so I can't help much. I'm not looking much for help, just, like, you know, basic, like, MTG rulings on things. I mean, I guess that makes this game much easier if the opponent just, like, forgets that they're playing a video game. That does make this a little bit easier. They might have DC'd. I'm thinking they DC'd. Okay, one thing that definitely happened was just, like, not having any ways to close out the game. I guess if I had this and my fanatical strengths, we could have just given this thing a bunch of stats. But I think I actually do need, like, something else. Like, maybe, like, put in this thing. Maybe I do have a good amount of, like, stuff. It just, that game felt really bad. We do have a good amount of ramp. I didn't like this. This didn't feel very good to me. Flash some blue mana. I don't know that I want to do that. It's literally the only card that I'd be using it for. Unless I wanted to play one of these 3 cards, but I don't think any... maybe Faithlight. When Faithlight enters the battlefield, enchanted creature gains hexproof until end of turn. I don't have any enchanted creatures, I don't think. You have land tutors in your deck. As long as you have majority green, you should get there. Yeah. Until end of turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and then gains. Yeah. I don't know. So its effect is that, like, when I pay that cost, I can give something +1/+0, and then when it does damage to a player, so it actually have to connect. I can then draw cards equal to that thing's toughness. So if I had something with toughness 15, like this guy, and he attacks in, I draw 15 cards. Which sounds broken, but I'm not convinced it is. You don't want to draw 15 in your 40-card deck. Yeah, dude. I guess this looks fine for now. Like, we do have a good amount of, like, beat sticks. We just didn't really draw into them. And I think we're good on mana. The only thing I kind of would rather do, maybe, is actually just swap out the... The only thing that's nice about Reckless Detective is he has 3 health. Maybe I'm just putting in more of these. If nothing, it forces a block. With the 2 shock, you can trade for something with the 6 toughness, which is a movie, but it's also a long of a mana investment for this. Alright, we're just gonna hop right into another one. What's your double card to? I don't know. I don't know what double card you're talking about. Oh, Cease? That's Cease requires black to play the other thing, and the half that I could play is not very good. This actually looks fine. We have land. We're not very likely to draw into land. And we have time to find another card. That's a cool card back. I need more water. Are you winning, son? We did win the first game. Alright, I need something on board. Well, I guess I'm just tanking 4. How do they solve this? Creatures you control have total 8 power or greater. And then put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until end of turn. That's kind of sick. The cases seem like they're kind of cool, cool mechanic. Can't be blocked by creatures that don't have a name. What the hell does that mean? I mean, I guess I just put this down, right? Since we kind of literally can, in fact, do that. You can't use your face down cards. Oh, okay. I mean, right now, this is the only... Well, I guess it's not the only thing threatening these. I don't think I want to... Well, if I do, then they have to block with 2 things, which either becomes these 2 or these... It probably becomes these 2, right? That they block with. And I'm getting rid of 2 blockers. Can they choose to block with 2 things even if I only have 1... Like, if I don't have a suspect? Yeah. Alright, then we're just gonna take the action and force them to have to block with both. And now this is just a wall that this can never get over. Good thing this isn't LOR where they can, Did that thing have double attack? I don't understand why it was able to hit me twice. Wait, can I actually turn this up? No. Well, they can just keep putting a +1/+1 on this, so we're gonna take 6 damage here again. Oh, we're gonna take 7 damage, actually. Kind of can't help but feel like I have to do this. Like, it really sucks. And doesn't really let me get into a better position. The best I can do is, like, they still have this thing that they can technically block with. But if I use this thing's ability... Alright. Fine. I don't really see a way to win this game anyway, so we'll just tank that and go to 3. I mean, black might have reach. So that's already 5 mana. Maybe I'm actually just going in for an attack. I would love to be able to keep a fanatical strength, but I'm not entirely convinced I'm going to be able to. Are either of you artifacts? No, you're both creatures. We're just going to play this, just so I have a unit on board that's not... Why didn't I attack him with this thing, too? That was actually... Well, no, because I wanted to make sure I had a blocker, because if this went differently, I was using these cards, right? And this deck does not feel as good as the deck I drafted yesterday. I will say that much. Ah, sick. Okay. Cool. I feel like this deck is actually pretty abysmal. You can bluff not having a spell to cast by quickly pressing end turn. Why not just, like, make a mechanic where I can, like, have that as a thing that I can just set up so I don't have to quickly hit end turn. This seems like an okay hand, I think. This board's just so clicky. Oh my god, it's a hologram fish. Wasn't there a children's book about like a fish with rainbow scales? I mean, how likely are they to really want to attack or block with this thing? Maybe very, but I care not much about this card, so. I probably should be using Shock to get rid of one of these two. But using Shock on a detective feels really bad. But also, I mean, I guess it's an efficient use of mana, so... But it does feel really bad. Well, these both attacked already, which means that this thing's fine to attack. And I can start playing like this thing face down next turn or something. I could technically play both of them face down next turn. Man. You know, Magic just having a lot of, like, removal, like, all the time, kind of tilting, to be completely honest with you. I'm gonna say this should go up to 2/2, so now it's not like completely worthless. I discard my 2 lands because I kind of don't need them anymore. I need 6 for this thing, which I do have. It feels really bad to discard 2 lands, though. But also, I don't know that I have much of a choice. I kind of need units. Sure, let's attack with all three. My main thought is that, like, they can trade into the tunnel tipster, but I think the 6-7 is still going to continue to be a problem. Attacking with everything seems wild to me. I wish I had a way to draw cards in my deck. I don't think I do, though. Because Galvanize could have won me the game from that position. Let's see. So I'm trying to think of how this has to play out next turn. If I do this, I can Galvanize next turn and, like, remove this and then, like, just block this with my, like, 2/2 or something. But I think I do force them to address this. Because right now they have a 4/4, so attacking it with this Gardener doesn't really do me much good. Although, keeping this back for a flyer isn't the worst case scenario, but... Here, let's just force them to address this. They can block with the 1/1, but... Man, if only I had the card that gives trample. Ally Assailant. I keep rating this as Ally. That's not what it is. It's Ally. I mean, I'm having a little bit more faith in this deck, but mainly only because, I don't think that does anything scary. AliExpress. Yeah. Something like that. You know what? Let's... I don't know why I got rid of that one. Truthfully. But this thing has double strike. If I attack him with everything, they can trade here, but they are losing their board. Like, I lose that thing, but... So unless they... So barring them having, like, a bunch of stuff with haste. This Hellion is basically how I'm closing out the game. This thing doesn't have Death Touch. No, and they used all their mana. So... let's back them into a corner. It's so nice that damage doesn't stick at the end of the turn. That's, like, the one thing that's nice about Magic. It's super annoying to play against, but also, like, does make, makes the math easier. It's nice when, like, I'm trying to swing in like this. And now what's really cool is even if they have haste, didn't matter. Okay, sick. And we just got the thing that gives trample anyway. It's a lot of lands. You cheating? No, of course not. What would make you think I'm cheating? I didn't, like, play anything for a few turns other than lands. You know what I mean? Sick. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more water real quick before we hit start. I'll be right back. Okay. We're back. Round 2. Or 3. Or maybe 4, actually. I don't know. That's a really cool looking thing. Wait, is Disguise just Ngl I's thing? Ambush? Yeah, no, actually, when we were drafting, that was literally what I said. That was literally what I said when we were drafting. It's literally just... ambush. That's really cool. I don't know. Ngl I was what? 2023? Like beginning or mid 2023, right? This set probably came out before then. I don't know. I don't know what came first. Truthfully. We stole everything from MTG, basically. I probably should have done this thing first, so then at least this way next turn, I'd have the ability to play a Disguise unit. That probably would have been the smart thing to do. What does non-land permanent mean? Non-land permanent means permanent is just any card that stays on the board. And lands always stay on the board, so it can be anything that stays on the board that's not a land. So that means, like, creature or, like sorcery and instant are examples of things that would not stay on the board. But, like, creature, artifact, enchantment, those are things that stay on the board, so they're considered permanents. It took me a really long time to get used to Magic speak as well. I think while nothing scary is going on, I need to start. So as long as 2 or more non-permanent non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control this turn means if I summon 2 things. Yeah, if you play 2 cards that are not lands. Like, if you play 2 creatures, or you played a creature and an artifact. Artifacts are the landmark things. Well, artifacts aren't always landmark. Sometimes, like, if you're looking at it as LOR thing, think of it like if equipment was just played on the board first. I maybe shouldn't have played this thing. Double strike and trample? Yeah. This thing's... And especially if I, like, put these on it next turn. Kind of busted, but we'll see if we get there. I probably should have played it face down first, but I don't know. It's weird, the mechanic, because you have to pay so much more mana over the course of the game to do it that way. As to where this is just, like, hoping they don't have shock or lightning strike. Which I don't think they'd have the lightning thing. Okay. They no longer can shock anyway. So, it's a moot point. Damn, so draft is the best way to unlock cards. Wait, is this Rune Runner? It's not Rune Runner, because he doesn't have Spell Shield, or Hexproof, or whatever they call it in this game. Yeah, so, you know, like I was saying yesterday, draft is the best way to do this, which is why I'm starting with draft. I thought Spell Shield was Ward. No, I think it's Hexproof. Are you really just tanking 8, friend? Oh my god, okay. Well, next turn I'm gonna hit you with more. What is Ward? Ward is whenever an opponent goes to target your unit, they have to spend the ward cost in order to have it not countered. Does that make sense? So, like, if I targeted one of their characters with a spell, I'd have to pay 2 mana. If I don't pay 2 mana, it's immediately countered. This is 6. 6. I mean, I kind of want to just give him +6, +6. Because then he's a 10-something. Alright, sick. I need to clean out my computer, but I'm too scared to open it. Mountain of dust finna fly out. Hey, I mean, just go for it, dude. What's the worst that could happen? You get a little bit of dust everywhere? That's fine. Just blow dry it outside. Easy. Alright, I think I'm picking up better instincts on how to play this. Okay. We actually have a pretty decent hand. We can do these. Like, literally, we can play these, and then on turn 3, have this. That actually looks like a fine next 2 turns. We know we're getting our beat stick out. Oh, wait. I don't understand. Wait, what is this? Whenever an assassin you control deals combat damage to the opponent, cloak the top card of that player's deck. Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean, cloak the top card of your opponent's deck? To cloak a card, put it into the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature with Ward 2. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. So wait, they just get to do that on my thing? Wait, that's kind of busted, right? Like, I'm not crazy for that. That is kind of busted. We'll just make it a 5/5. Death touch. Well, I kind of don't want to sacrifice this into here, but I'm not sure I have a choice. It is really good mana fixing, though. Maybe I'm just having to tank this again. They do also have 3 mana, so one of these 2 cards... Does this let them draw a card or just take a card from mine? Okay. This is a land. Or no, the last thing was a land. The nice thing is that they're kind of out of cards, as to where we still have a little bit of fuel left. This thing doesn't have reach, right? Oh, they have 31 cards in their deck, and we only have 25. Actually, I should probably block their thing. Because I know that the thing that we have isn't something that's that scary. But we should probably block the thing that's theirs. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a really good idea. You draft a new deck? Yes. We did. How you doing today, Alpian? Doing well. Glad to hear it. Okay. Getting some MTG Arena in myself. Nice, nice. I mean, I know the order they're going to pick to do these things, but I kind of have to get rid of this. Now, on the plus side, they don't really have a very scary board anymore. And we have card draw. I usually do a starter deck duel or jump in modes. I have no idea what the jump in modes are, truthfully. I have enough mana for everything I want to do. I have 4 mana left over, but no. Okay, so I do not. Maybe I should just, like, get more lands out of my deck by doing this. For jump in, you get 3 options to pick from, then another 3 options. Those 2 choices are each a half deck. So you get a random deck, basically, more or less. Well, I can't block this thing because I don't have reach. But you know the themes and the colors when you pick. Gotcha. Not doing too hot. We really need, like, cards. I was really hoping to thin out the deck with this. Wow, man. I don't understand how my deck, all my non-land cards are at the bottom half of my deck. That's wild. Actually wild. I don't think that attack was, like, super smart. They can deal 6. Okay, they're gonna deal only 4? I don't know if I should do this trample to get rid of that. I feel like not. Wow, cool. This is great. I love this video game. It's actually great. I've drawn nothing but lands for like 5 turns in a row, and that's even with me like thinning out the lands in the deck with all the ramp. I really didn't feel like I had that many lands. I'm pretty sure I only had 17. So how on earth do I have 12 of them? And that's withdrawing cards, by the way. And also, I have a little tracker on my side of the screen that says I have a 24% chance to draw another one. Can you imagine that? Cool. Okay. Love that. Man, that was so cool. Just like... Did you have fun that match? No, wait, I didn't want to do that one. Wait, I thought that was... Why is the sad face not on the right? It should go left to right. Happy to sad. I did not have fun that game. No. I didn't have fun just drawing lands the entire game. Wizards. As it turns out, I would actually like to draw playable cards. That's cool. We have, like, an early play and a, Oh, wait, I only have 2 lands. With a 50% chance, just about... Well, a little less than 50% chance to draw more lands. Can I please just draw another land? Literally last game, you did nothing but draw lands. Please. That's really cool looking. I mean, barring them playing something with haste. Oh, no wonder it was letting me do that. Because I could use this as mana. I wonder if I should have done that. Well, now I don't have to worry about that, unless I wanted to play this. Actually, I think I kind of do want to play this. I mean, it has vigilance, so there's kind of no downside to whacking in with this. This thing's gonna start growing a little bit. I want the key. Owner of target spell or non-land puts on the bottom of their library. Okay. I mean, that means that you won't be blocking next turn. Which I think is okay with me. I mean, I'll take this race. I'll take this race any day. It's fine with me. I will have to sacrifice the Tunnel Tipster. Or at least use it as mana. But I can clear this thing off the board. Or we just bring this thing up. I mean, the 10th Street Gossip, I probably could have attacked with, but I don't really want to risk them just like trading into it with old case cracker and something else. I wish I knew what the different icons meant. Like, I know I'm in silver, but I don't know what opponent rank is. Is it like silver 1 above me or silver like 4 above me? They're gonna have so many of these stupid clues. I mean, that's not bad. One mana, 215. Good luck, friend. Okay, so if I tap this thing, we can play this guy. I think... what I'd like to do is just attack with everything. And yes, I want to suspect that. I can give something trample, and I can just deal 2 to anything. So, presumably this is going to block one of these 2. Unless they're gonna... oh, wait, this attacked. It can't block. So let's see. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and give trample to this thing? It just pushes a lot more damage. Resolve, I guess? I don't have 2 mana to spend. I can't use shock to kill that thing, but that's okay. I have 2 blockers, and they only have 3 damage. Oh snap, the card count itself for 2 non-permanents. Interesting. What? This is 4 mana? Oh, okay, it destroys their creatures too. Don't forget that shocks any target, includes the opponent. Yeah, but I'm not like quite there yet, right? I need this thing. Preferably, I'd like to have 1 more mana for this. If I get 1 more land, I can just play this and deal 3 damage to them by destroying this clue. Okay. That means I definitely have to win the game with these. Okay, sick. And barring them being able to heal, next turn we shock. They have 2 mana up. How's it feeling today? Honestly, I'm feeling kind of good right now. How you doing today, Seabass? Rosa MTG 7th? Savant? I don't think so. Oh, damn. I kind of misplayed. I kind of thought, like, maybe they would do something if I played another unit, but okay. I kind of forgot that this card exists, and also that they could have 2 of them. Alright, well, let's not make the same mistake twice. You have a 3rd one, sir. Okay, no, you do not. Alright, never punished. I don't really think I have a homebrew brain, because I usually, every time I did a homebrew, I would just, like, lose with it all the time. Other than auto-tapping and playing cards that are instants during your main phase for no reason, I wouldn't be able to tell if this was a really good drafter or you. What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean you wouldn't be able to tell if this was a really good drafter or me? What is that supposed to mean? I am a really good drafter, Seavaz. There's a compliment. Nah, seriously though, thank you, Seavaz. Well, auto-tapping, I just feel like I don't, like... I haven't had a good reason to, like, not just let it happen. I think I'm just gonna keep this hand. These things can be disguised, giving me more time to actually, like, find more mana. And this thing can ramp me a little bit. You'll start finding reasons soon enough, don't worry. Oh, I'm sure. Tell you where, I'm sure I will eventually find reasons. So if I don't do anything, then I know I'm not going to be able to play these for a few turns. Oh, this is like my wall, though. And I kind of like Galvanize, but I can't play it. Maybe I actually have to get rid of this. Keep Galvanize, because it is just like a good deal 3. 2 mana deal 3. It'd be better if I knew I could get 2 mana deal 5, but I don't think I have any way to draw cards on my turn, other than whatever. Just hold up mana, like an LOR. Yeah. I don't like the thought of getting rid of this thing, because this is like... This thing has kind of been an MVP lately, but I also think that if I don't get mana, I'm going to just lose the game. Like an LOR, represent spells and wait till opponent end phases. Yeah. I actually want to wait to disguise it, I think. Unless you need to proactively draw or hit a land or something. Gotcha. I don't have that many instants other than, like, the ones that just deal damage, though. And, like, combat spells. But, like, combat spells I kind of know to, like, wait till your opponent declares blockers and stuff. I think the thing that trips me up about the instants in this game is knowing when the time to actually pop the combat spell is. Like, the opponent has, like, 2 instances in which they can, opponent has, like, 2 instances in which they can decide to, do something, and that's when I need to know, like, I just need to figure out the order. I think it's the order of, like, the phases that I need to figure out. Can you stack 2 of the same landmark thing? Yeah, but stuff like flipping units and other things, yeah. And even then, you can play another and, activate the, F and pick which, okay. So I don't have any more mana, which means I should probably undisguise this thing. Okay, everything has been fine so far. Okay. It will say legendary creature or enchantment. Honestly, just having an untargetable 2/2 is actually kind of good. Just an untargetable 2/2 is actually kind of an annoying prospect in this format. Because I can't, like, target them with my spells that do damage. Unless I want to spend a shit ton of mana on it. Turn target from graveyard to the battle. Wait, so they just literally get this back for free? Wait, why'd I even bother? Is this ability... Okay, it says activate as a sorcery. It actually does say it on there. I don't think I want to sacrifice this thing. But I also need 1 more mana. To which that is not. It doesn't have Death Touch, right? And they have 1 mana. I'm, like, okay with the prospect of them trading this thing, because I have no other way to interact with this flying unit. It's not, like, a unit I really want to trade, but at the moment, my only way to play it is by tapping this. Okay. I kind of didn't think that they would trade their flying unit for something that, like, they don't know what it is. Maybe it's also useless, like my, Dryad. Sick. This is the one thing that is really annoying about Magic. That's, like, really annoying about Magic. Is, like, just how much removal some classes have. Remember how last time there was that one game where I didn't draw any mana? Remember how fun and cool that was? Well, this is the opposite of that. I really hope I get one more mana, because I'm pretty sure artifact creatures count as an artifact, which means when this thing is flipped up, I just destroy this. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. If it says it's an artifact creature, destroy an opponent artifact will destroy this. We're not in a bad position. We're technically not ahead on life, but... Why does your shock look so cool? I mean, shock is really cool. Hey to win. Homie, I've spent $5 on this game. Mine doesn't look like that? Why does yours not look like that? What do you mean? Wait, why do I need to pay 5? Oh. I'm actually really short then. There's a different art in like every pack. Got it. Well, I think we just keep developing. I don't think there's any reason to attack, personally. Wish LOR had more alternative arts, am I right, lads? What do you mean? That's literally the only thing that game had was alternate arts for some cards. Every card in MTG has at least full art animation. Whenever you attack with 3 or more... Oh, that's really annoying. I mean, it is technically mana. I will need it for next turn. I think I actually am fine with keeping that. Well, I have enough mana now. I don't really want to discard mana. But everything in my hand are spells, which means that if I lose this board right now, I'm kind of SOL. But I think I do need to just start, like, finding other things and... Well... Do I have anything I can actually do here? No. But I can galvanize this thing next turn. Even lands with Bob Ross art. That is true. I have seen a lot of alternate land art. Other creatures you control have indestructible. Alright, so we're gonna have to get rid of this thing. Like, immediately. They're probably galvanizing the shit out of that. Because their other creatures having indestructible is basically GG for me. I don't think there's anything else I can do about that. Okay, 6. That does work the way that I thought it would. And we're going to keep this as a blocker for this thing. I kind of just want to be pushing damage, which is why I did it this way. I don't really want to sacrifice this, though, but... Sick. Alright, well, that was kind of exactly what we were worried about. I think I just need to draw. I'm really glad I decided to draw, because I have absolutely nothing I can do. I mean, although next turn, though, I have the opportunity to do something really funny with this mole. I can, in fact, just buff him up to a 10-10. Sick. I kind of feel like I can't attack in, because they just, like, are like, okay, we'll let the one in, and I'll just kill you. I need to thin the deck out, though, I think. But I also think that... I need to keep 4 mana up. Yeah. This looks right. I don't know what poison counters are. I haven't actually seen that yet. A player with 10 or more poison counters loses the game. Got it. Okay. Man, that's an interesting mechanic. Well, at least it doesn't have enough to kill me. Sick. I love this game. Wow. Okay. Remember how I was complaining about not having lands earlier? Well, funny story about that. I'm just keeping this thing out for something with haste. What an unfortunate way to lose a draft, though. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn. Return up to 2 target creatures from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, God. Sick. Alright. Well, we lose now. Because they get to just play this again. And barring me drawing, like, something really cool, I'm pretty much just dead here. I don't even know what else is in my, Wow, cool. You know what it was? What else? What on earth is even left in my deck? Like, both of these. And, like, some other, like, kind of good cards. I mean, honestly, actually, I probably should draw. I don't think you understand how tilted I am, chat. I don't even know how to surrender in this game. Is it up here? Okay, yes, it is. Wow, no, like, are you sure you want to concede? Just lets you rip it? Alright, so that was pretty bad. I don't even think my deck was that heavy on lands. I had a normal amount, I think. Alright, well, let me go to the bathroom real quick, chat. While we all think about what happened here today, and, I'll be right back. Okay. We're back. Man, I feel like this game had music the other day. Now it very much does not. Am I going to be able to finish a whole run in another, like, hour and a half? I guess I should try, right? Because the signups... I don't know what happens after this, like, 13 hours. Does it, like, pick a different thing to Quick Draft, or does Quick Draft just close for a bit and I can't play it at all? Already been 2.5 hours, I know. But at least, look, by this point last stream, we had just finished drafting. Alright, like, last time, 9:30 was when we finished our draft. And then started playing games, so... Okay, I know Seabass likes the other one, but I just genuinely can't when I'm trying to do the draft. Okay, so this thing is supposedly really good. Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods. Legendary creature, red-green, 4/4. Other creatures you control have haste. That already sounds really good. Whenever one or more face-down cards you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Whenever a face-down creature you control dies, return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. If it's a permanent card, then turn it face up. Why do I feel like that sentence was supposed to have another period in it that it doesn't? Like, am I wild for that? Whenever a face-down creature you control dies, return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control if it's a permanent card. Then turn it face up. Okay. It's trivial to win with Yaris in play, as you get to send in your disguise units and put the opponent in a bind. If they take it, you draw a card. So if they basically have to block, at which point your creature comes back and flips up. That's a pretty sick pattern. Yaris pays you nicely for drafting as many expensive disguise creatures as you can. Well, I feel like there's really no good reason not to take this, right? I don't know, does this other thing... creatures you control get +1/+1 when a creature enters the battlefield under your control. Wait, creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, War Leader's Call deals 1 damage to each opponent. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to pick, Yaris, because it's supposedly really strong. And immediately puts me into red-green again. But now our goal is to just get really big units that are disguised, right? That's kind of like what we're looking for here. Unless we want Lightning Helix and just have, like... We have a few good options here. So all of these, like, dual land types are, Surveil 1. They come in tapped. But, like, Lightning Helix is really good, but I don't know... We'd be in 3 colors. Is that, like... How big of a no-no is that? Dan, welcome. How you doing today? How big of a deal is it if Lightning Helix forces us to be in 3 colors? But we definitely always have to build into Yaris, right? If it's anything like being in 3 regions, that's OP, Kappa. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know too much about Magic, but I played Commander a few times. It's a fun game. Still so much to learn. Yeah, no, exactly. That's kind of where we're at right now, too. Lightning Helix is just so much better than one of these, because, like, especially in these early, like, picks, you really just want, like, your bombs and threats and removal before you want to start worrying about, like, mana fixing and stuff. So unfortunately, I think I go Lightning Helix. We just see if we can't find a way to, like, make, maybe since we're in green, we can find cards that, like, let us take any basic land, and we just get some of our whites that are, like, needing to be tutored. Maybe that's the plan. Alright, so this thing is a disguise unit, but it's not very... I mean, it's not bad. Cornered Crook wasn't a bad card, but I don't know that's really what I want right now. I think if Cornered Crook gave you the option to disguise, this would be really good. So equipped creature gets +3. When a concealed weapon is turned face up, attach it to target creature you control. I mean, that's not bad. I do like being able to have, like, the tempo of having 2 cards on the board, but I really don't like the thought of concealed weapon, but I think it might be better than taking Cornered Crook. Unless we're just doing this for, like, the curve. But I don't think we're worried about doing things for the curve yet. What does the thing say? Concealed weapon is a neat little card and has great flavor too. The fail case is that this is a random disguise creature and it can do some sweet tricks in combat. It's also great if they try to kill it and you flip it in response. I didn't realize that was even a thing you could do. Alright, well, we're going to be playing a lot of disguise cards, so we're probably taking this. Gleaming Gear Drake. When enter the battlefield, investigate. Is a nice little package. It gives you a 2/2. Okay, well, I can't go into 4 colors. That's just definitely not very cash money. We could take another concealed... Honestly, this thing's just a really good disguise unit for this deck, I think. Considering that we're on Yaris. All of these kind of suck. Well, you know, this thing I can technically play when a rakish scoundrel enters the battlefield. It is or is turned face up. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Like, I mean, I can use this. I just always have to play it face down first. What is this? As an additional cost to the spell, you... Okay. At 4 mana, Bite Down on Crime is a clunky removal spell. The option to discount it is nice, but they may come at the cost of collecting evidence for something else. I'll feel fine tossing one into my green decks, but I'm skeptical of wanting to spend a high pick on it, or to play with lots of copies. Okay. We should just pick this thing again. Creature tokens you control. Wow, that's actually, like, not a bad thing if you have a lot of clues for investigate. A cycling form from Playland is pretty nice, and this even gets you any color in a pinch. Seeing that the crime enters battlefield tapped, add colorless mana. Tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. Sacrifice, draw a card. Okay. Let's pick that one. A little bit of mana fixing. I mean, Fanatical Strength hasn't been bad yet. Wait a second. Why do I feel like there used to be music? They went this way. Search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield. Yeah, this is what I meant, is taking things like this. Because we're kind of in the point where we can still take some white if we really wanted to. I just want the counter spells for my collection, I think. Okay. None of these cards look very good to me. I think I went this way. You read it? Yeah. Unless I want to start taking some white stuff. Permanents your opponent controls can't be turned face up during your turn. Whenever you attack with 3 or more unit creatures, this gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. I think I'd rather have the mana fixing first. Oh, I don't think I have any enchanted creatures. We are very low on creatures and should probably start fixing that. So we are red, green, white. We're playing 5 color. We're not playing 5 colors. I had to take this because it was my last pick. The main thing that we're doing is we got Yaris as our first pick, and that was really good. But then we got Lightning Helix as our second pick. And my thought process was like, let's build red, green, and throw in like 1 or 2 white lands. And then with things like Went This Way, we actually have a way to search for them. I don't think it's great. And we can cut some of this stuff later. But like I've been building mostly red-green, and if I see something that's white that like looks really good, we're gonna take that. To which, at the moment, we have not. I know 3 colors is usually not like great. At least it doesn't seem like it is. Because like then it throws your whole mana ratio off. But I think like if we find good enough white cards to go with Lightning Helix, it's probably fine. I'm almost tempted to take this thing, but you may collect evidence 6, reach enters the battlefield. If evidence was collected, put a 1/1 target on. That sounds dumb. I'd almost rather take this. Because this whole pack is kind of garbo. I guess maybe this thing. If you sacrifice an artifact, put a 1/1 counter on Crime Novelist and add red mana. If you make a treasure clue heavy deck, this can go pretty hard. It's quite weak if you can't build around it though, so make sure you can support it. Yeah. That's kind of what makes me want to go this thing. I'm also realizing now that this is a spell, not a unit. Okay. Man, this is a real stinker. Equipment creature gets +1/+2, has reach, and can't be blocked by more than one creature. I guess I'd, like, rather take rope. Just because it's in our colors. As to where this is a creature. It has reach. So if nothing else, it's just a creature with... a 2-mana creature with reach. I guess that's probably fine. Crowd Control Warden. As Crowd Control Warden enters the battlefield, for his turn face up, put X 1/1 counters out where X is the number of other creatures you control. This pack makes me want to grab rope too. Okay. I really hope you mean, like, the rope that was on the screen. Okay, so part of my plan with the Yaris is to just have a bunch of, like, good disguise units. Which this doesn't really have any. Like, we have another concealed weapon. But Crowd Control Warden is turned face up. Put X 1/1 counters on where X is the number of other creatures you control. And it has a disguise cost. So, like, we can, in fact, just play... We don't have to play this for the upfront cost. We can do the disguise cost, which, like, when you're running things like Yaris, is probably fine. I actually kind of like it. Galvanize is, again, like, a card that is, like, kind of decent reach. I don't have any way to draw cards. Not on my watch. Man, I actually don't know what I'm supposed to take here. What is my breakdown? 8 creatures, 7 non-creatures, and we're pretty much exclusively in the 2, and then 4 and up. With 6+ being quite the bucket. I really wish they had a symbol next to the cards, so I could do quick math instead of, like, having to figure this out every time. I get that this isn't, like, that hard, but, like, when it gets to look like this, where it's, like, 1 blank 4 blank blank blank, like, I don't know what this means. Like, I get now, looking, like, having hovered over it, what it means, but at a glance, like, this doesn't help me. This just looks like a really confusing 8-cost card. That's what it looks like. I think I take a Galvanize. I don't think Essence of Antiquity is bad. I guess it just ultimately comes down to, like, what do we want to be more in, red or green? Or, I'm sorry, red or white. But then this is red and white, which was, like, the whole reason we did this. Alright, let's take some more reach. As far as our units go, I don't think I want things that cost a lot of white. Unless I'm just going to disguise everything in the beginning. Okay, you know what? There's 2 Galvanizes here. We're almost guaranteed to get one of these back. Oh, this is a stinker once again, isn't it? I guess we're taking this just for, like, tempo. And it's another disguise unit that if we get Yaris, what's that jellyfish octopus? This thing is a bubble smuggler. And when you flip him face up, he turns into a 6/5. Very Chad card. Yeah, but we're not going to be taking it. I've yet to actually take blue the entire time I've been playing Magic. Oh, we have a second one? How many they went this way do we have? We have 2. I think 3 is fine. That's okay. Just know that is the best card I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this set. It is so much more fun to draft. Okay. I mean, I think my problem is that I'm just not comfortable enough drafting with a time limit against other people, you know? That's my biggest issue. I'm kind of tempted. What is our breakdown of units again? 10 to 7. We'll take went this way, I think. You can do sealed. What do you mean? Is that a mode in this, or you talk about like actual in-person ones? Sealed, they give you 6 packs in arena and you build deck. Oh, interesting. That's like old school drafts that I used to do in like Yu-Gi-Oh, because that's how it worked in Yu-Gi-Oh when they did drafts. Was you just bought like 6 or 7 packs, and then you just built a deck from those. It was not very good, especially if like one person got Stardust Dragon, and the other person is 13 and doesn't know how synchro summoning works. I think we're okay to take a little bit of mana fixing. Offender at Large is a really big disguise unit. I'm kind of like partial to just having like playable cards early. Tap target creature, you may put a stun counter on it. If you do, put a stun counter on Sanctuary Wall. Interesting. I'm starting with the notion that every creature with disguise is playable. The Fenstrant Phantom is more or less exactly what you want. It comes down on turn 3, and later on you can turn it face up to win combat against another 2/2, or to push through some major damage in the air. Top 5 white commons. Alright, took 1, but maybe we're okay with 2. Well, we're gonna have to take a Fender at Large. Wow, we're back to this crap. Double white is very sus to splash. I don't plan on doing double white. I kind of more am taking it for the disguise, once again, just because we are on Yaris. And Yaris is like, whenever one or more face-down creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. And then whenever a face-down creature you control dies, return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control if it's a permanent card. Then turn it face up. Now, the problem is I'd love protection for Yaris, but I haven't actually seen any protection cards yet. Is it bad that I kind of want to, like, just take cards that I don't have in my collection yet? Like, I kind of want to take Hotshot Investigators just to have 4 copies of it, but I don't know if that makes sense. Because, like, these 3 cards... Actually, I mean, pretty much all of these cards are worthless to me. I don't plan on playing any of these. This is the only thing that would be playable if I did shove it into the deck. When Magnetic Snuffler enters the battlefield, return target equipment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I don't think I even have any. Maybe sacrifice an artifact, put a 1/1 counter on this. Alright, fine. Let's just pick something that's, like, vaguely playable. Your opponent sacrifices an artifact, your opponent sacrifices an enchantment, your opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. Potentially useful, and you can find a mode against any opponent. But this is also not very powerful. I cringe to think about needing to blow up an enchantment when my opponent has some other useless cage sitting on the battlefield to protect it. The mode that seems the best is taking out a flying creature, as there are certainly some nice flyers in this set. On the whole, I'll pick this up from my sideboard, but won't be main teching it further until further notice. It kind of makes me want to just take more of the counter spells, just so I have like a collection. But fine, we'll take this. I don't think I'll be keeping it, but we'll take it. Oh my god, wait, we got a second Yaris? Wait, that's so good for what we're trying to do. I think that's an insta-pick. Like, Shock is really good too, but... Yaris, though? Having two Yaris? Then we, like, aren't, like, too worried about, protection? Increase our odds that we actually get him? Foggies? We're gonna take Dog Walker. Because I still think we're still, like, kind of in the... I don't know if we're gonna go, green, red, white. I don't really want to take more of this. Oh, wait, hang on. This is actually kind of protection that we were talking about. I don't think I need any more went this way. Kind of like I also don't know that I really need any more Hellions, but... What is this? This is... like a lot, right? But they're also all 3-drops. That's a 3-drop. That's a 3-drop. That's a 3-drop. So at least, like, we can do something with them. Alright, I'm gonna take another one. I don't think... I don't know. With how last game went with all the, like, mana fixing... that, like, just kind of screwed us, I think I'm more willing to just take units. Okay, put a 0/0 green ooze creature with a token with trample. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 2 plus the total number of cards you own in exile and your graveyard that are oozes and or named Slime Against Humanity. Okay, well, that already just sounds like... I didn't even finish reading it. That just doesn't sound very good. Maybe we take this thing because it has reach again, and we kind of need early game plays. Kind of desperately. Suspicious Detonation is medium if you are playing a full retail, and solid if you can get the discount. Think of it like an overpriced brand of clothes that you only buy on clearance. I'd like to work... I'd do a little work to make this cheap, but most decks will get there naturally. This spell costs 3 less to cast if you've sacrificed an artifact this turn. Okay, well, I don't have that. Can't be countered. Suspicious Detonating deals 4 to target creature. And it's a sorcery. Okay, we're just gonna take the red herring, I think. Well, this thing also has reach. Destroy up to 1 artifact. Sacrifice an artifact if you do. Okay, yeah. Probably have to go another pick your poison. Bro, I so don't want another pick your poison. Fine, I'd honestly rather... We're just gonna pick this to clear out the completion, or the set completion. Alright, I'll take another one of these. That's actually not that bad. It genuinely doesn't matter what I pick here. Or here. You know what? In honor of Dan liking this card, we'll take the Bubble Smuggler. Alright, let's get rid of all the Garbo. It really doesn't know what to do with this. Okay, so Bubbler Smuggler, that, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That puts us at 47. Well, we definitely don't need Swamp. Okay, I need to see, though. Like, we don't need Swamp. 5, 10. I don't think I want this ratio. I also don't really know what we are putting in and what we're not. I don't think I'm keeping that. I definitely don't want that many of that. Don't think I want that. The curve is mostly 2 drops and like not a lot of 3 drops, but then a lot of like later game stuff. I don't know if this is like good for mana. Went this way is kind of like the one thing that makes me want to keep it like this. I need to get rid of 4 cards. So how many disguise units do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. 10. 10. And I realistically only need white, like 1 or 2 whites. But that's like, you know, assuming that I draw those exact 1 or 2 cards. I technically have additional times to try to find them, but I don't think we need any pick your poison, the more I'm thinking about it. I don't know. This is like, okay, so these guys are all the same mana cost, and these are all the same mana cost. So there's 5 cards here, and there's 3 here. This numbers guy can't lose. I mean, that is categorically not true, because I have, in fact, lost. A handful of times, at least 6 times. But you're positive on the day. I mean, that's fair, I guess. Alright, let's try the deck like this. And see how it feels. I'm not too confident, but... Let's see, this is 9, this is 18. Or 17. Alright, we're gonna try the deck as is. And we'll see what happens. Honestly, this looks fine, so long as I draw. I have, let's see, I'm going first or second? Opponent goes first. So I have 3 turns to find 1 more mana. And then we actually have, like, a playable hand. Okay, well, that works. We will do this. My other option is Dog Walker. I guess I could do this thing too. You know what? Let's develop while they don't have anything scary. Let's ramp while they don't have anything super scary. I should probably take white. They are red-blue. Just the 1/1? You have so many things on board. You're just gonna attack with a 1/1? Interesting. Well, I guess I just attack in with this, because it's going to come back to the board anyway. Okay, sick. We're going to keep some protection for him, just in case they try to kill it. Let's block this thing, because this is going to start getting a little bit out of control with this thing. You have something else for 1 mana. They do. Alright, unfortunate. I think we just lose now, because I don't have a board state. I kind of feel like I should be playing this. Just so I have some blockers. So these will all be blockers, right? No, these are 2 tapped. I only have 2 blockers right now, which means I need to not attack. Oh, he does have vigilance, though. I guess I could have attacked. I need to get more used to the keywords. I'm like kind of forgetting that that's a thing. That he could just like attack for free and then still be upright. In 10 dog deck? I wish. I think our saving grace is that we're not dead right now. Okay, so you need to block this. I mean, I could also kill this thing. Maybe actually that's better. I want 2, 4, 6. We're taking 6. Like 2 weeks ago, they had a dog bundle that had a bunch of dog companions and sleeves. Nice. I could just play this. Now I have blockers. I could go for ward. But I think I need the 4/3. We are not going to attack. Right now we're kind of on defense. I have exactly enough blockers. I even have one with, so barring them having trample. Which they could very much have. Or just another shock. Or like any reach, really. Well, I think I'll... No, galvanize, I think. Can hit face. Okay. That was a double attack thing. Yeah, unfortunate. That was, like, not even bad. It's just like our deck was just clearly worse. Which is not feels great, but I don't think there's anything we could have done about it. I feel like this was a really strong deck, though. Like, opponent just had a more cracked deck with better removal. What the hell is that? I kind of like this hand. I like this hand a lot, actually. Have I ever gone first? All right, we'll get some white with the. They went this way. Okay, wait. I just don't think attacking gains me anything. And it looks like I was right. I think I'm tanking this. I even have 6 mana worth of stuff in there. No, I do not. One target artifact. Or any of you artifacts? No. We're going to play the Gorilla, make him a 3/3 with reach, and then we're going to play this thing. Main reason I think I need to do it in this order is in the event they have some way to kill this immediately, I at least can get my evidence off. Maybe I don't bother with this quite yet. Oh, they're a mill deck. Oh my god, wait, I just noticed their card back. That's so sick. That looks sick. Man, you know, I feel like in these earlier runs, I really do just have, like, a lot of opponents that just kind of, like, leave. You know what? I can block that. I'm not really trying to take 5 right now. This is 3, 4, 5, so that's 5. Okay, it actually does have a counter on it. Maybe I should be ramping. I kind of want to make them, like, spend mana first. Because I think this thing is contingent on this being alive. I could be wrong. I feel like the logic is, like, if he's dead, he can't be, If he's dead, he can't be tapped, which should mean that this thing goes away. Yeah. That's what it looks like is happening. I don't understand what that did for you. I'm not convinced that did anything for you, actually. Alright, so we will do evidence. And we'll give, I guess I can give this thing the, +2/+2. But I think giving it to... There aren't a lot of things that just deal straight 4 damage, but there's a lot of things that kill things that are 4 and higher. So let's make that a 5/5 then. I'm not too worried about getting rid of Yaris. Roar of the Old Gods. I'm not too worried about him disappearing, just because we've got another one. Let's just see if there's not anything to, I could just attack him with everything. I mean, the 5/5 is kind of not a problem right now, so... Okay, sick. Yeah, Yaris is pretty strong. Now, you see, now this is how that last game should have went. Truthfully, like, this is how the last game should have gone. Oh, I thought that was a dog. I mean, it looks like a cat from this position, but then this looks like a dog. I mean, I feel like I should just attack with all, right? They just have 2 health. They have 1 mana. I don't think they can block everything. Even if they block Dog Walker, they still are 1 short. Or, yeah, there's 3 things hitting them in the face for 1. Okay. That's still lethal, though. Sick. Homie just really wanted to murder a puppy, I guess. Whatever. Wouldn't recommend, but... Cool. Okay. I don't think I've had to wait for an opponent this long before. Joe. What a base profile to use. Alright, this is perfect. I'll keep this. Especially if we're going first. All this land. Great. What the hell? Wait. What? That looks sick. So where does my companion go on this side? I don't have evidence for this thing yet, so no sense. At the moment. You really have an answer to this? counter spell? Interesting. Well, I mean, they have no mana, and they already used, I mean, I guess I could do it now. Or we just play him and hope that green-blue doesn't have any way to deal with a 4/4. I don't think they do. Okay, that was stupid. I don't know why I did that. I think I'm just getting tired, but yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Choosing to get rid of a land. Honestly, I don't think there's any fear in, like, having this trade here, because it will just come back. And they have no mana, so why don't we attack him with these? Art's so good. Just so good. They're reading it like, this is a problem. This thing is a problem. This thing's a problem. I guess let's block it with this, because they're probably going to reveal whatever it is. I don't know why else you would do this attack, but I'm not trying to trade here. Yeah. I mean, I'm currently in the lead. Are there any artifacts? No. I kind of don't care about taking 5 damage. 6 damage, whatever. Honestly, even 7 damage is still whatever. Because I'm pretty sure you just lose next turn. That's still 8. Are you winning, son? We are. Yes. I believe we are. I want to put this thing back down. I don't think so. If it's going to have haste. Barring them being able to buff this thing up more with one card to kill me at 15. Okay. Okay. Now you have no outs. Okay. Sick. We're silver 3. It doesn't look like you can lose ranking in silver at the very least. Alright, I think I can play one more game. And then I probably have to, like, pause this run for and save the rest of it for tomorrow. The Flying Pig. You're going first. This honestly looks fine. I don't have any green, though. Which makes this a little challenging. But I guess at the very least I can, like, play my disguise cards. For a little bit. Yeah, it's really not worth to do that. It's some old school magic. I think we're going to continue to no blocks. I think we're just going to play this normally. And the problem is I can't tell what, like, color they are. You know, we should probably start doing some damage. This can block something here. Okay. Well, I guess that lets me play this thing. I honestly, looking at it at first, I thought this was King K. Rool. I mean, you don't have a +4. Okay. We might as well attack in with everything. Okay. So Yaris, I don't think I can, like, reasonably attack with until they're, like, completely out of cards. They just straight up do nothing. I wasn't able to, like, keep things for Fractal. That's fine, dog. I don't know if you know how Yaris works. But that is, like, totally fine. Thank you for the free 6-7. Man, really glad I did that. Damn it. Alright, so they've drafted 2 of those. How many more could they possibly have? Realistically. Let's just get rid of that thing and start doing some damage. I think I should do this just to, like, thin the deck out. Or we just hold on to it. Actually, yeah, I don't want to tap this, this thing. Tunnel Tipster. I don't really need her out much of anything else. Okay. Okay. This thing kind of worries me. But I can't really do anything about it right now. unfortunately. And this thing will deal 8. At least this will trade. I'm on 1 health. I don't think I can win this, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm on 1 health and I can't block everything. I think I'm gonna have to end stream there. Just because your boy is kind of tired, but, well, I'm not gonna end stream right there. I'm just not gonna do another game. So we'll, for the rest of the stream, we'll just do some guess the games. How about that? And we'll just make it like this. I have no idea what this is. Is this, Subnautica? I have no idea. Saints Row 4? The Last of Us? Action adventure third-person shooter. Uncharted 4, I think. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna spend too much time. If someone wants in the chat wants to throw out a number, you can pick a number between 19 and 792. But just know that some of the funny numbers have been picked. If I don't see a number picked, I'll probably just play 2 in a row here. Serious Sam 3, I think. Not even the same franchise. Okay. Duke Nukem 3, whatever the Duke Nukem on the Xbox was. Duke Nukem Forever? Not a Duke Nukem game. Okay. This is making me think, BioShock Infinite. I like how the last one isn't even, like, a game still. It's literally just the promotional artwork. 69. Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure all the funny numbers have been picked. Yeah, 69 was taken. Do you want to do another one, Alec? You want to pick a... You want to pick a different one? $77? Okay. I have no idea what this game is. Van Helsing is gonna be my guess. No. Path of Exile? No. What else was there? Divinity? Original. You're sure that it's Original Sin 2? Damn, I would not have guessed Divinity. I literally would not have guessed this game. I don't think I've heard of it. Interesting. I definitely would not have gotten that. But yeah. Alright. Well, you haven't heard of Divinity? I've heard of, like, the series Divinity, but I have, like, that's it. That is the furthest of my knowledge goes. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. We'll play more Magic tomorrow. We'll finish this run off, definitely, and then play, like, another one. I'd like to keep going infinite. I don't know how likely it's gonna be that we constantly get 6 wins all the time, unless we're, like, super goated. It also is a little bit of RNG, right? Gotcha. Alright, have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern.